Welcome to the Climate Water Outlook for Spring 2019. Dry and warmer than average conditions are likely to continue in the coming months, with above normal bushfire potential and frost risk. But first, let's look at recent conditions. Australia has had one of its driest winters on record. Only parts of southern Victoria and Tasmania have benefited from above average rainfall brought by winter cold fronts. Our year-to-date rainfall is likely to be in the driest 5 years on record and lowest since 1970. Winter daytime temperatures have been mostly above average due to clear skies and dry soils. But those same clear skies have meant that nights were particularly cold in parts of inland Australia. Mudgee went below -5 degrees on 7 mornings in June and August. Soil moisture in the root zone continues to be below average for much of mainland Australia. With vegetation drying rapidly, the fire season in parts of New South Wales started 2 months earlier than usual. We've also had dust storms in southeast Australia, with high winds and dry soils. Dry soils and low rainfall mean it's been a relatively poor filling season for water storages across Victoria and the southern Murray-Darling Basin. Levels along the New South Wales coast continue to decline, and those in the northern Murray-Darling Basin are still at just 7%. So what will influence our climate over the coming months? A positive Indian Ocean dipole pattern with cooler waters near Australia and warmer waters in the central Indian Ocean is likely to continue until late 2019. This is typically associated with dry spring conditions over central and southern Australia and an increased fire risk in the southeast. So what does that mean for our spring outlook? Drier than average conditions are likely for most of Australia, with only Western Tasmania to see above average rainfall. After a dry start to the year for much of the country, low stream flows are forecast to continue at most locations this August to October, the exception being the southeast and northeast Queensland, which had early significant rainfall this year. Days are likely to be warmer than average across most of the country, with a warm spell likely for central and eastern Australia in mid-September. Clear night skies and dry soils in southern inland areas will raise the risk of frost. Frost potential maps are available via the Agriculture link on the Bureau's website. The Australian Seasonal Bushfire Outlook shows above normal fire potential in areas mainly on and east of the Great Dividing Range, and also for parts of southern Australia and eastern Tasmania. We've already seen bushfires in New South Wales due to dry conditions, so take care, particularly on windy days. This spring, we're expecting drier than average conditions. The days are likely to be warmer than normal. An increased risk of frost in the south, low stream flows at most locations, and an increased risk of bushfires in parts of the east and south. Thanks for joining us. You can also find out more about these outlooks on our website. We'll see you next time.